Welcome back. Let's go. Week 3 of Tapping into Pain and Why in my course is coming to an end. Tomorrow, week 4 begins, and it truly feels like a new chapter is beginning in my life. Vision and goals is week 4. I cannot wait to dive in. I cannot wait to play around with it. I already have a few things I've committed to over the next 90 days, one of them for a month. Very straightforward. So I'm doing daily YouTube videos every single day for 100 days. I'm over a month in at this point, probably about 30 days, maybe a little more. So 30 videos in, pumping them out day in, day out, feeling good. Now, we've added first 4 hours of the day following my 1 hour morning flow to state set is going to be on building out my coaching and course and going all in, actually putting myself out there, taking action and putting my service fully into the world and putting that energy out there to serve and connect and just bring that oomph behind it. 4 hours, first thing of the day, my time and energy will be going into growing that, providing the best experience every single day for the people I work with, and learning more about myself as I go through the experience. Because as I build out this course and I coach people, constantly I'm forced to look within myself and develop and evolve and crack and crumble and repiece and reset the foundation of something brand new I never thought I could ever be. Other one we have is wake up by 8 a.m. I'm a night owl. I love my nighttime. So 8 a.m. seems like a good time. Get in the mix. I get until 12, and then I still get 8 hours. Can go to bed earlier, obviously, but I love my nighttime. That's clear, divine connection time for me, where I talk to God. I'm deep in flow. I'm deep in meditation. It's like this: boom, boom, boom. Third one, this was probably going to be the most challenging, and this was the one I was extremely hesitant about committing to, but which meant I needed to commit to it the most with where I'm at. 100 cold approaches in 4 weeks or a month's time. So 100 cold approaches in the month of September. Now, people hear that and they probably think, oh, he's trying to hook up. Oh, he's trying to be extremely active in the dating scene or do this or that. Honestly, no. I'm just extremely curious about about females. I'm curious to learn more about that dynamic more and more, because as I've dove into female relationships in the past, it's been such a mirror and it's activated me as a man so much that I want to dive back into that space a little more and see how I show up. How do I show up in the fire? How do I actually show up when temptation is in front of me? Not when this made up temptation where you have no options and you think you're controlling something. No, do you have a bunch of beautiful women lined up in front of you, and you're still staying true to how God wants you to show up? So don't get it twisted. I'm not going into this to lose myself, to hook up, to any search for something physical, search for something outside of myself. I'm just looking to connect. I'm looking to explore. I'm looking to develop myself as a man. And I truly believe, as a man, if you want to hold space, if you want to be able to lead a woman in a relationship, you have to have some understanding of what's actually going on and how to operate within that frame. How else do you develop that skill and that confidence within that area of your life if you keep avoiding it and pushing it off? Therefore, I'm going to play the game. I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to share notes and things I learn about myself through the process with you guys. Maybe it sparks you to go and do something like that, whatever feels in alignment with you. Understanding social dynamics, social circles, like everything that comes with it. I'm excited for it. Right now, I'm up spending a lot of time up in the city, so this is possible. But I'm committing to it, so no matter what, I'm gonna have to make it happen. All right, so those are the big three things I committed to, and it sounds simple. It sounds pretty straightforward, but it feels like a huge step for me in this physical reality. Been laying a massive foundation over the last few years for where I'm at right now. And from what I see in conversations I have with people is for men, money and vices, not money and women are the two biggest vices in the world. And you see so many men lose themselves to those two things. And that's why it feels like going deep into my spiritual journey, almost coming back into this physical world and being in a place where my masculine energy is being activated to take massive action ruthlessly and protect and actually put your foot down after being deep in this spiritual shakeup where, you know what I mean, it's just like this nonstop. No, I'm here, and I think it's for a reason. God has put these two things, building my relationship financially and building my relationship with women and females. I truly believe God has presented these two things to me at this moment in my life for a big reason. Like I said, the two biggest vices men struggle with. And God is saying, coming out of the spiritual foundation, God is saying, here we go. It's time to actually embody this in this physical world. How will you show up? Let's strengthen it. Let's sharpen your sword a little bit. Let's get better. Let's actually apply this stuff to life. Let's actually lead. Let's actually take action. Let's actually operate out of this place of abundance and service and love and light. Not just bring it energetically and just, be up here, but bring this down to this earth, to the people around you, and lead by example. So I'm super stoked for this. Count it done is the type of energy we're operating with. Count it done. I said I'm gonna do it, so you best believe it's a done deal, and it's a crazy feeling to have. I'll give you kind of an inside look of what that feels like and looks like for me, because I want to be able to come back and look at this, but I also want you guys to be able to see in 10 years time, you can come back and look at this and be like, oh, he's really been doing this. Like, he's just like me. He's not special. He's just like me. Same temptations, same struggles, all of it. He just believes. He's a little crazier. He's a little more delusional. He believes in God a little bit more. He believes in that oneness a little more, and he won't accept anything else. So what I did was, I honestly just wrote out me. I wrote it out from the perspective of me in 90 days and the things I learned and how I feel and just giving thanks. Like, I literally just wrote as it's already done. And I'm looking back in those 90 days and like, man, this is what happened. Like, this is where I'm at now. This is how I feel. This is the energy I'm bringing forward. This is how my finances have changed. This is how my relationships have changed. This is how I've developed as a man. This is how I've grown a deeper relationship with my sexuality. Everything in detail. And I'm just giving clear thanks. And, there's that doubt tries to creep up. That questioning of self begins to pop up, and for me it's like, Devin, why are you actually doing this? What are your intentions behind this? Are you truly trying to do this out of service and love? And when that comes up, I just stop and I sit there and I don't do anything, and I surrender to God and I say, God, here I am, the all-knowing, the all-seeing, the all-being. Here I am. You already see all of me. If I'm misaligned with this, and this is, if you don't trust me with this, if this isn't right for me, God, that's up to you. But you see all of me. You see my intentions. You see what I'm trying to do with this. I'm not just trying to make money to make money. I'm trying to make money to serve, to grow communities, to connect more people and provide. I'm not just trying to talk to 100 women to get laid by 100 women. No, I'm trying to understand, where in this society have us as men gotten so lost that we inflict so much pain and project so much pain onto women and take advantage of them and create and objectify them and make them these physical objects. And like, how do we lose ourselves in all this? How don't we see them as God, like I can see another man as God? How, like, what's going on? But on top of that as well, I want to build a deeper understanding of the raw reality of maintaining attraction through a long-term relationship, not just drawing initial spark and attraction, but what's that look like long term? What is that conversation look like? What does that energy look like? What does the space I need to present? How do I move? Like, how do you build from here through time? Because literally, I was at Chipotle earlier today, and two young guys about my age, they come out and they're sitting there. The whole time they're just talking about women, and I thought it was the funniest thing because this was right as I was doubting making the commitment to 100 cold approaches in a month. And after they were about to leave, they came over and we ended up talking, and they asked me for advice. And I shared my advice from the perspective and experience I've had through my life, and it was clear as day, like, dude, you got to do this. It's like, how are you gonna help these people within the relationships if you're not in the game, if you're not practicing it within yourself, if you're not building a deeper understanding within you, if you're not putting yourself in that space with a woman and opening your heart up and going to that depth, you know? Because it's so interesting how everyone I've worked with, a big part of the things we end up talking about ties into their romantic relationships, as well as their friendships and family life and all that. But romantic relationships are huge. So my perspective was, I can continue to push off money and women because it didn't feel like it was time in my life. It just wasn't a priority. I was focused on a lot of other things, laying a deeper foundation within myself. I could continue to push that off and not do anything about it, and I could watch these people struggle with that, and I couldn't bring the energy forward within myself, not even to preach or give advice or anything, but I couldn't embody that energy when I was around them to showcase how that actually feels to operate out of abundance within the financial space and provide for people you care about and your family and friends and unlock certain experiences. I wouldn't be able to operate out of abundance within romantic relationships and understand how to operate out of a healthy place of love and acceptance and grace and leadership and that masculine, like, I'm a I'm a go get it, like, this is mine, like that natural protector, embody that true natural protecting energy. I could just push that off, and that's cool. But if I really want to lead by example, I must embody this stuff right now. And I'm just grateful God has presented this as clearly as He has, with as much support and guidance through this process, the people in my life, the situations, my health, as simple as my health. Like, crazy to be where I'm at right now, and extremely grateful. So if you're someone who's watching this and you're fired up by this, it's that time. Because it's interesting, I go through a lot of these things and I go and talk to people close to me, and they're feeling the same way within their own life. So if you're on that same wavelength and you're resonating with what I'm saying right now, let's go. Like, count it done. Like, that has to be your motto. Count it done. And give thanks to God. But also realize that power is not outside of you. Why not? The time is going to pass. The time is going to pass. Why not right now? What do you have to lose? My biggest thing, I'll be honest, my biggest thing is, what if I make the wrong decision? What if these two things, going after the money and the women, it's not like I'm going after them, but putting my attention and energy into those two categories of my life within myself, what if it was all ego? What if it was all ego driving this? And that's what scared me the most, and that's why I could never commit to it, because these two things feel like the two most ego driven things. They feel like the two most ego driven things there is. God bless. Like, let's be like, we're here. We're so blessed to be in this position. I mean, you never know. Like, not to be cheesy or anything like that, but you never know when your time in this body is going to come to an end. You never know when someone you love, their relationship's going to fade and their time's going to come to an end. You never know. You best believe. You best just take action. You best just make it happen. Live a little bit. Like, part of why I'm doing 100 cold approaches is because, I've been on this self-development journey for so long, and I've spent a lot of time in isolation. What feels like it absolutely has served its point, and I will continue to spend a lot of time in silence by myself, because that is very powerful time with me, directly the source. But don't get caught up. Don't lose sight of all this. Don't get caught up trying to improve yourself, trying to be something you're not, to impress someone who isn't you. That isn't God. Like, that doesn't see you fully. They only see you through their lens. Don't get caught up in any of that. Go live. Go have fun. Why not take the shot? Take the dang shot. You could live with that regret forever. I have to live with that regret of not taking shots. I spent my whole youth dedicated to the sport of basketball. And I know it might sound stupid in the big picture of what actually matters, but for that stage and age of my life, that's all I knew was basketball. That's all I cared about. I dedicated my whole life to it, just to not take a shot in the game. And that's what I have to live with. I put in hours, thousands and thousands and thousands of shots, just to never take the shot. Most humbling thing ever. And I don't want to operate like that anymore. I'm not willing to have that feeling the rest of my life within something so much greater than just the sport of basketball. It's not even about basketball. It was about, do I want to continue to let my God-given potential within me die? Am I going to continue to let my dream pass by? Am I really okay with this? Am I really okay with doing that to myself? The time's going to pass either way. Am I really okay with doing that? Is that how I really want to live this life? Am I so worried about what other people think about me? Am I so worried about keeping everything perfect and pretty and together and keeping other people happy that I won't take the shot? That I want to try and fit in everyone else's image, but I'm not willing to bet on myself and embody who the heck I truly am? God has brought you here. If you are listening to this video right now, it can't even be a question in your mind, my friend. The time has come. Whether you're ready or not, God doesn't care if you're ready or not. Like, if it's here, it's here. You just got to show up. You don't got to be perfect, but you just got to show up with presence every single day. Every little moment, show up with presence and trust that God will handle the rest when you show up present in your life. When you show up present and you allow God to take the wheel and you're on that gas, you know what I mean? You're on that gas, but God's taking the wheel. Let it flow. Don't force it. You don't gotta force this. I'm not forcing these 3 commitments I made over the next 90 days. It's just like the other things I've done in the past. When it's time, it's time. There is nothing you do about it. I was talking to my friend Hayden earlier about us quitting our vices, and he's removed alcohol, weed, porn, those things, and that's after trying for years. And then it was just a matter of time. And guess what? It's just a matter of time. Your time has come. Congratulations. Don't lose sight during these blessings. When that high comes, continue to give thanks. Continue to stay humble within who you are. Not play small, far from play small, but humble in the understanding of what you are truly trying to do with this. Not just building all this up within yourself just to, have a bunch of houses, cars, money, all that. Nah. Stay true to your path. Believe in it. Believe in God's plan for you. Continue to live a life of service. Don't lose sight of service. Service, service, service. And service right now for you is being crazy enough to believe in your dream, being crazy enough to believe in yourself, being crazy enough to take that next step, crazy enough to shut up and listen to God's plan for you. Let go of all the rest, let go of all the noise, let go of the program, and let God take the wheel. Thank you for listening. I'm proud of you for real. Man, proud of you for real. It's okay to be proud. It's okay to celebrate. Another thing I've talked about with my friend Matt is celebration of life. It's okay to celebrate. Bring that celebration of life energy. I want you to pick something. If you listen to this right now and it actually feels like time and you're willing to make this, pick one simple thing you want to remove from your life over the next 90 days or one commitment. What's one simple thing you want to embody and take action on over the next 90 days? One simple thing. Don't try to hit it all with one. Start small. What's one thing that can compound and lead to other positive things down the chain? One thing, 90 days. Comment down below. We're going to hold each other accountable because I'm doing it. Count it done. Got other people by my side. We're in this together. Let's keep it flowing. Let's take a moment of silence. Sweet baby cheeks. Let's go.